leaving this beautiful riverside campsite on the lower Colorado River near Parker, Arizona, for our intended stay tonight at a state park near Lake Havasu, Arizona, then how on earth did we end up in an O'Reilly's parking lot for the night? No, this can't be happening. Well, it turns out that yes, this is happening. So let's check in. Well, that was a gem of a campsite.
Sure was. It's 10.8 volts. It's flashing.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's misreading.
Or it's got a problem, which is why it's flashing.
Mostly our voltage is down here. It's at 12 volts, but it's usually at 14.
See, there is something wrong.
You know, I've learned the benefits of traveling with a good co-pilot. We suspected we had problems with the charging system. And knowing that we were heading for a long trek through the Mojave Desert, we just couldn't afford to have an unhealthy charging system. So we agreed that we should return to Parker, across the river, back into Arizona, and try to find some help there. But you know, Parker is a pretty small town. We pulled into an empty dirt lot just to get our bearings and figure out what to do. And don't you just hate it when your wife asks you if you know how to do something and you know you really should know how to do it? I had to dodge that one.
You have a way of checking to see if the alternator's working?
Not really a lick of confidence, is it? So, after making a few phone calls, we decided to go to O'Reilly's Auto Parts down the street to see if they could diagnose our charging system. Now, come on, I can do some things. I was able to check the batteries to make sure that they were okay, and they were fine. And the person who came out from O'Reilly's to help us, he confirmed the batteries were in good shape. But he was unable to help us with the alternator, so that left us with having to find somebody else to come to our aid. We did some digging online, and we were able to find a person who owns a mobile RV repair service who was a little bit leery about coming out to work on a motorhome engine compartment because of his hate for these things. The tight quarters, he asked me all sorts of questions about the location of the alternator, but I sent him some pictures, convinced him to come, and by goodness, he arrived in about 20 minutes. Okay, now look, we are in a strange town that we don't know anything about. We're not even from this country. We're Canadians. We're passing through. We can't really move. We're captive. We're perfect for taking advantage of. The first day didn't go so well. The alternator was shot, and a replacement that was sourced at a local Napa dealer wouldn't fit because of a different bolt pattern. O'Reilly's didn't have one, so that meant we had to stay the night in the O'Reilly's parking lot with the hope the mobile mechanic could find a new alternator for us the next day. In the early morning, as we all waited for what might happen today, and Squeaky longed for his home to be put back together and for this trip to be finally over, the guys arrived at 9 a.m. with a brand new original equipment alternator, and by 11 o'clock, Monty's engine was purring like a kitten. I know I've been holding you in suspense as to whether or not we were taken advantage of. Absolutely not. These two guys were the most trusted, honest, and caring people we could have ever hoped to find. And over these 2 days, putting in a lot of time and effort to look after us, including arranging for an original equipment part to be shipped overnight from Phoenix, the total bill was only $750 US, much less than we ever expected and really fair. So, would we put our faith in a mobile mechanic again? You bet. If it was Tom, put this guy on your list if you ever have mechanical problems in the Quartzsite, Parker, Lake Havasu area. By noon, we were able to leave Parker, Our destination tonight, Catfish Cove on the Colorado River, just a bit south of Lake Havasu. Lake Havasu is only about 60 kilometers, so say 40 miles north of Parker, not very far. It's kind of a typical day for us. We never drive very far. We really enjoy the drive between Parker and Lake Havasu. Interesting rock formations, there's lots of Colorado River scenes, light traffic this time of year, which was April of 2024. Good road, just a good day all round.
I just saw battery voltage 13.
What did you?
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, wow. Wow.
We sat on the wall there, honey. This is Big Rig friendly.
We're about to find out. It doesn't say Big Rig Friendly, but it had a picture of a trailer on the sign on the road.
Well, let's go down, honey. I know you usually nail them just beautifully.
Sign answers our question.
Hi. We're fine, thank you.
Well, not.
Well, I think your sign says it all. We don't have a reservation and you're full, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, please.
Oh, for another time.
Yeah, another time we can buy through here all the time.
We'll
So
make a reservation.
thanks a bunch. Okay. You too.
Thanks.
Well, that didn't work out. We still needed a place to stay for the night where we could plug in because as Canadians, we live in igloos and we were finding the outside temperature extremely hot. So we needed to run our air conditioning. So we just carried on to Lake Havasu, only a few minutes to the north. And on the way, Michaela got on the phone and found an RV park that would take us for the night. Squeaky and Boogie would soon have cool air blowing over their fur. Now, I don't know why I'm talking about this now, but Lake Havasu is kind of a cool place. In addition to it being founded by the chainsaw guy back in the early 60s, it's a haven, apparently, for university and college students during spring break. It's a boating mecca. There's all sorts of boating and jet ski competitions. It's clean, it's modern, it's new. It's just kind of cool. I think it would be a fun place to bring up a young family. And, oh yeah, if you're old and have arthritis, I suspect it's a great place for that too because of the heat, the dry heat. Oh, and I must not forget, if you have so much money you don't know what to do with it, what do? You buy a bridge. Apparently, back in 1968, Robert McCulloch decided that he was going to buy one of the London bridges that was being replaced in 1968. So he sent an engineering firm over there, a construction firm. They disassembled it, put it on a ship, rock by rock, brought it to Lake Havasu City, and reassembled the bridge. And here it is today. Pretty cool. Used gas station.
Oh. RV park and storage is this one. Oh, but it's locked.
It's a used gas station. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy, that's weird.
After a grueling 40-hour drive. Oh no, wait, 40-mile drive. Sorry. Really? That was it? Anyway, we arrived at our RV park for the night, Campbell Cove RV Park. Nothing fancy. We just needed the 50 amp power for our air conditioning, $55 a night, the Good Sam discount. It was just fine. It had a little recreation area inside. There was a pool. Michaela said the laundry was great. I was going to say good morning, and then this boat caught my eye as we're leaving the RV park. Can you believe the toys they have here in Lake Havasu? Destination today, Barstow, California. Not a really pretty drive, just lots of open desert, as you'll see. Supposed to be about a 3 hour drive. For us, probably 5 to 6. And as we turn west on Interstate 40, we remember how awful this interstate is.
Golly, yes.
God is right. You cannot have a weak bladder. So here's my Canadian theory about this highway. This section of road is very close to the Arizona California border. And I figure that the Arizona people say, if people want to go into California, to hell with them. They can bear this road. We're not going to fix it. Is that true? Just miles and miles of open road. Actually, it's quite beautiful in many ways, but it reminds me of the province of Saskatchewan in Canada, where you could watch your dog run away from home for a week. Nearing Barstow, we were hit with unbelievably high winds. Michaela was actually quite anxious as she watched me struggle with the wheel. I reduced speed, which helped, but watch this big Class A go by us. He was forced to weave all over the road, and then just look ahead, cloud of dust. We thought that he had gone right over the edge, and I think he was very close to it. I just don't get why people don't slow down when you have these high winds. God, is he going off the road?
Oh, geez, Dave, I think we need to slow down.
Right, now that pace.
He's out of control. Shit.
How you doing, Eddie? That's just a great trip.
Did you see the windshield wiper moving?
No.
One on my side.
We're going in this truck. A bit shaken, we finally arrived at one of the few Walmarts in the country, it seems, that welcome RVers, the Walmart in Barstow. We wound our way around to the parking lot and settled in for the night.
Long ways. God, that wind. I don't want to go out in that dirt.